To all my loyal viewers, supporters, the ones that will watch and not say nothing, no worry, still as soon. Love on the same way. To all my new subscribers, my potential subscribers, what are you waiting for? Click that notification bell. Up, the kitchen will get started and we have some nice things that go on in there. And for all of the people them way,
love them belly.
yeah man, you sure will start. Welcome once again to another episode in my kitchen. To my loyal viewers, welcome once again. To my new subscribers, my new viewers, thanks for joining us and expect great content to come. Today, what's on the menu? I can hear you.
Run the pot, man.
Steamed fish. Probably not. Today I will be sharing with you how to make chicken Alfredo. I'll be putting a little twist to it, a little spin. It's not the traditional way of how it's supposed to be done. I've gotten a request to do it the most cost efficient way possible. I have the garlic butter spaghetti video that's out and it's doing great. You can check it out right up there, yeah. And I'm just gonna get right into it, so stay tuned. In my pot I have some boiling water. It's already salted. I added some oil, just about a cork full of vegetable oil or whatever oil that you prefer to the pot. I'm gonna add my pasta to it. Now you can use any pasta of your choice, but I prefer to use, I'm using two different types of pasta. I'm using this tricolor penny and I'm using another pasta which is the penny ricotta. Traditionally you can use your fettuccine or your linguine or your spaghetti, anything that you prefer, but I'll be using this one today. So I'm gonna just pour it into the pot gently. It's recommended that you boil them for 8 to 10 minutes or until you reach that al dente consistency. And al dente is the chef term for firm to the bite. I'm just gonna stir this and allow it to be brought to a boil or cook for about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed and I have turned off my stove. I'm gonna strain this and cool it down. So I went ahead and I strained the pasta. Now I'm gonna add it back to my pot and go through a process called shocking, where I'll be using the preferred choice of water would be cold, but I'll be using room temperature just to stop the cooking process and add some cooking oil to just keep these pasta firm. As I mentioned, they're supposed to be at an al dente consistency, so when I touch them like this or when I squeeze it, it's not supposed to be broken easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. So I've drained all the water from my pasta. I'm gonna add it back to my pot and add just about a cork full of oil to keep them sticking on each other. Just a light drizzle and just mix them around like this. Just keep them nice and separated from each other. Now we're gonna set this aside and then move on to seasoning our chicken. To season my chicken, very simple and easy. You don't necessarily have to add all that seasoning to your chicken, as the Alfredo sauce will be seasoned. So I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of my paprika seasoning, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of my blended all-purpose seasoning. And I promised you a video showing the all-purpose seasoning. The jerk seasoning is out, you can check out that one. I'm supposed to do a video with the all-purpose seasoning, that's yet to be done. I'm gonna go in with my clean hands and just season this. And I'm using chicken breasts. I've cut them into thin slices, as you can see. I'm gonna set this aside for about 30 minutes while we work on our sauce. To start off making my sauce, I'm going in with 4 tablespoons of salted butter. The preferred choice butter to use is unsalted. So by using salted butter, we lessen our salt content, the rest of the seasoning. Just gonna stir this until it's melted. Going in with 1 tablespoon of grated onion, white onion. You can dice it if you choose to, but we don't want that clump or the clumps of the onion in our mix, so we chose to grate it. Now we're gonna go ahead and saute this for about a minute, 60 seconds, before adding our chopped garlic. And the flame is supposed to be on medium-low to prevent all of this from sticking to the pot. Now that we have infused our onion into our butter, we've reached the consistency that we're looking for. We're gonna go ahead and add 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm gonna continue to stir it to prevent it from sticking to the pot. Going in with 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and we've used equal amounts of flour, equal amounts of butter to this. So if you wanna make less of this or more, just always ensure that you use equal amounts of both butter and the flour. I'm just gonna stir this, allow the flour to cook out and to reduce all the lumps. So we have reduced our flame to low heat, and we have been sauteing this for close to 90 seconds. Now we're gonna go in with our milk. The preferred recommended thing to use is heavy cream or half and half, but as I mentioned in the intro, we go in for the most cost effective way possible. So I go in with whole milk, and I'm using about 1.5 cups. And I'm just gonna stir this and allow it to simmer for about close to 10 minutes. Two minutes in, and you can see the consistency, it starts to thicken. So you can add more milk if you choose, but I'm going in with some cheese, some grated white cheddar cheese. I'm gonna add for that extra flavor, but if you want to add more milk, you can. You can add whatever cheese you prefer, as long as it is easily melted or easy to melt. I'm just gonna whisk it in, and the flame is supposed to be on low. I'm going in with half cup of milk, Additionally, just to lighten it up, as it is just so thick, as you can see. Look at this consistency. All the butter, the cheese, onion, garlic, everything combined gives this awesome thickness. I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of dried parsley flakes, and I'm gonna whisk it in. I'm gonna give this another 2 minutes. Continue whisking so that it doesn't stick on low flame, and then it will be done. To our frying pan, I'm just gonna drizzle some lemon infused coconut oil, just a little. Just gonna spread it all over the pot, glaze the base of it before adding our meat pieces. You can use any oil of your choice, whether it be coconut oil, vegetable oil, whatever you choose. So we're gonna add our chicken pieces, and bear in mind that chicken breast is so easy to cook. You only need about a minute to a minute and a half on side. So I'm just gonna add them. So this is the first batch, so I'm just going to allow each side, as I mentioned earlier, to fry for roughly about a minute to a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Because bear in mind, chicken breast easy to cook, so you don't want to overcook these. So my chicken piece is fried and having that golden brown color that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna drizzle just about 2 tablespoons of, need I say any more? You can use white wine, any wine, red stripe, beer, whatever you choose. So I'm just gonna drizzle about 2 tablespoons of this to give my chicken some flavor while I stir it in the mix. And of course I'm gonna have the rest. Just gonna turn it up my head and just drink it like
It's actually mild.
the smell. The smell is, I feel like I wanna just a little more, but no, it's kinda tempting. I don't wanna overpower the flavor of the chicken with this. So just mix it, toss it, so that it absorbs that Smirnoff flavor. Oh my god, I can already taste this. With the sauce there cooling down. I'm gonna show you a little trick to add to the sauce, the Alfredo sauce, with the broth from the pasta when I get there. So I'm going in with my pasta and I'm gonna add all of it. Bear in mind, you can go sauce first, then pasta after, but I choose to get the pasta in so that you can get the chicken flavor. Because remember, the chicken has that Smirnoff ice flavor to it, so we want to infuse all that into the pasta before adding the sauce. So with all the pasta infused in the chicken and flavor and all, we turn the stove off, and now we're gonna transfer it to a bigger pot that will give me more leverage to stir when I add that creamy sauce. So I'm just gonna do that right now as I continue sipping my ice.
You owe me one, just so you know. And it's a bottle of wine I want to eat.
So I'm gonna do that right now. So as I mentioned in the video earlier on, if you find out that your sauce is too thick, you can add some of your broth to it just to lighten it. Just stir it in to lighten the consistency before adding it to your pasta. We're gonna go in. Oh my, look at that. I'm gonna stir it before. We're not gonna add all of it at once, we're just gonna add a little. My. It's already looking creamy. I'm going in with the rest. As you can see, it can take a lot more. I'm going with all of it. My, look at that. Just look how nice and rich it looks. I'm just gonna stir it all in. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it, my viewers. Sounds so good. So it's finished. I'm gonna go ahead and serve it. Thanks again for tuning into Lee's Kitchen. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell for any new content we drop. Yeah man. Alright, like, share, leave your comments below. Any questions or queries. Respect.